Hi everyone, welcome to Lipstick on a Rig. Today we're going to be making this super simple soap saver that does not require a drawstring. For this project, I'm going to be using a small amount of size 4 medium weight acrylic yarn. I'm also going to be using a size F or 5 crochet hook. To get started, attach the yarn to your crochet hook and chain 6. Once you have your 6 chains in place, go ahead and turn them over so that you can access these back bumps back here. So this is not part of the V portion of the front of the stitch, but it's in the very back. And diving right into that very first chain right next to your crochet hook, we're going to place a slip stitch in that first back bump. And now we're going to continue to place slip stitches in each of these back bumps going all the way down our row. And we should have a total of 6 slip stitches when we're done. And when you get to the end of your row, go ahead and chain 1 and turn your work. For this row, we're going to place 1 slip stitch in the back loop only of each stitch across. And we're going to skip our turning chain. And when you get to the end of your row, go ahead and chain 1 and turn your work. And now we're just going to repeat the steps for the last row, placing 1 slip stitch in the back loop only of each stitch in the row. And we're going to repeat that for 21 rows so that we have a total of 24 rows. And don't forget to chain 1 to turn your work. And once you're done with your 24 rows, it should look something like this. So now all we're going to do is just fold this in half so that we're stacking our edges on top of each other. And from here, we're just going to simply insert our crochet hook up underneath the entire stitch on the edge where our crochet hook is, and then in the corresponding stitch on the opposite edge. So just the furthest stitch over. And we're going to place a slip stitch, so just yarn over and pull through all the loops on your crochet hook. And we're just going to repeat that process for the remaining 5 stitches on the edge here. So now it should look something like this. So what we're going to do is we are going to chain 1 and then we are going to turn this entire thing inside out. So go ahead and remove your crochet hook. You're going to flip this inside out and then you are going to put your crochet hook back in place. So from here, what we're going to do is we're going to place 24 single crochets around this edge here. And since we don't have any traditional stitches to crochet in, you're just going to have to try to find spare loops on the edge here to place your single crochets. So once you have your 24 single crochets in place, it should look something like this. So from here, go ahead and just chain 1, and then diving right into that first single crochet stitch and making sure that we skip that chain 1 stitch, which is right here, we're going to place a double crochet. And this is going to begin our continuous loop pattern where we will not be starting and stopping each individual row. So it should act as more of a spiral. So from here, you're just going to be placing 1 double crochet in each stitch in your row. And you're just going to want to continue following that pattern going all the way up until this roughly matches your soap bar. And when you get back to your chain 1 stitch, just insert your double crochet in it. And then just continue to place your double crochets. I crocheted 8 rows of placing 1 double crochet in each stitch in my row. And so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you how to finish this off. So it doesn't matter where you are in your row, it doesn't have to be exactly lined up with where you started, but all I want you to do is go ahead and place 1 single crochet in the next 10 stitches. And then we're going to place 1 slip stitch in the next 4 stitches. So go ahead and remove your crochet hook and leave a pretty big loop. And now what I want you to do is turn this inside out one more time. Now we're going to insert our crochet hook back in our loop. And then from here, what I want you to do is line up your stitches. So you're going to kind of fold these 2 edges together. And then we're going to insert our crochet hook up underneath that full stitch on both sides. Like this. And then we're just going to yarn over and pull through for a slip stitch. And now we're just going to do that for every stitch in this edge here. And when you get to the end of your row, the 2 edges should be secured together like this. And so now all we're going to do is just cut and tie off our yarn and then turn this inside out one more time. And now it is ready for you to insert your soap in. Please let me know in the comments below if you experienced any issues while you were trying to make this, and I will do my best to help you out. If this video helped you, please give it a thumbs up and consider subscribing to my channel, Lipstick on a Rig. Thank you so much for working with me, and I hope you have a wonderful, awesome day.